Oh, we got E-Dub in the building, man. How you
Hey,
feeling, brother?
I'm here, family. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. What's going on, man? You didn't messed up the whole format, man. What you
I
explain
know,
yourself?
man. I
What
know. Well,
happened?
I took baby girl on vacation. So me and my
Okay.
daughter took a cruise this past week, man. Went down to the Bahamas and Mexico,
Okay.
Costa Maya and Cozumel. And yeah, we went out kayaking, man. Had my phone in my pocket. And that iPhone's supposed to be, waterproof, but I
That's
had an
what they
older phone
say.
and
Yeah.
it ain't waterproof after the warranty expires. And so that motherfucker crapped out on me like the second or third day on vacation. And I had to wait to come back to get it, man. I ran around to like 4 different stores, just to
Nothing.
find yeah, yeah, damn. Spent too much. These fucking phones are just ridiculously expensive
Uh-huh.
with a bunch of features you don't need. Um, yeah, man. And shit, the past fucking 48 hours, I've been in 4 countries. Flying back to work. They could get back to work. The motherfuckers told me they was like, yeah, everybody fired on July. on July. Oh man.
I'm sorry, dog. God dang, man. Transfer. Time to
Ain't no
transfer.
fucking
That's all. Another country.
yeah.
Another country.
Another country. Another
That's it.
country. I
God
can't see.
dang, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So yeah, man, I've been trying to catch up on sleep and
Yeah.
get all my data back. Fuck man. My laptop's on its last leg.
Man,
So like the
you were
screen
supposed to
is like
upgrade.
halfway.
Yeah, you were
I
supposed to
know.
update that shit years ago. Like when we first started this, you was like, "Man, I know I need to update my shit," and yeah, nothing. Okay,
Bro,
keep playing
after
around. Now your
spending that
phone
money on
gone, and
that
you
iPhone,
yeah,
after spending that money on that phone, I couldn't bring myself to spend another $1,000 on a laptop.
got you.
Yeah, I just I have it. I
Just
you
don't feel
know
right doing it. You feel like you're
God,
getting pimped.
nah.
Yeah, you're getting
Yeah,
pimped. I know.
yeah.
I
I
know the
can't
feeling.
pay
Trust
Apple
me.
tax twice in a week, man. I
See,
can't do it. These motherfuckers, man, they like I'm still reeling over the last time they got me with Apple tax. That's the reason why I got a 5-year-old laptop,
uh-huh.
Well, yeah, I'll pick one up out here. Yeah, and just have one of them fucked up keyboards with Arabic letters all over it.
But yeah, man, that shit sounds crazy. But overall, how was the trip? Even though you didn't get a chance to get pictures and all that shit, you use her phone to get the pictures or what? Since you was
Uh, yeah, we didn't take that many photos, man. Most of the time we were chilling out.
okay,
We had
okay,
a balcony room. And, my daughter's like me. She's like, man,
yep,
fuck these crowds.
yep.
Let's go sit on the
She
balcony and
she,
eat this
she
dinner.
inherited the antisocial gene very well. I came to stay with y'all, she was locked. I was like, hey, you want something
Yeah,
to eat? No, no, thank you. You want to come? No, thank you. Like nigga, I told you I'm fine in my own space. Get Get. So yeah, man, that sounds very relaxing, man. Shit. Hell yeah.
yeah, man, it's great, man. I took her. We went snorkeling. Yeah, I took her. We had one of them dolphin excursions where you swim with
Okay.
dolphins and stuff. So we got those photos from them. Yeah, these
From
motherfuckers
them.
charged us $180 for
See?
pictures, digital pictures, bro.
See? Yeah. Yeah. That's why
But they
the
were
first thing I said about your phone, it was like, bro, you didn't get a chance to get those pics in. And you know they was gonna tax your ass. Like, oh, he's that motherfucker who took his shit out there on that damn kayak. Uh-huh. Double. What you gonna do? You gonna say no? Yeah. These pictures right here on the Polaroid. Here you go. That's $150. Your money. Not ours, your money.
yeah, man, it was amazing time, man. We had a real good time, bro.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
so I can't wait for the next one.
All
I'm
right.
gonna try and get you on them boats, man.
Bro, hell no. Nah, you ain't get me on the, doing this to you on the dock. I ain't getting on no fucking boats, man. And they ain't talk about cutting back on the CDC and all that other shit, man. Shit break out on them fucking boats now. Hey man, there's no protection anymore. It was like, bro, evaluate taking cruises from here on out or for the next, for this administration. But that's a whole
Oh,
nother. Yeah, he done
bro,
cut back on everything. And yeah, it's scary out there, fam. Go ahead.
I saw that article about them cutting back on the cruise ship inspections,
See,
and it was just before I got on the boat. And yeah, the last time I took a cruise, because it was like the last time I took a cruise, it was after one of those big, whatever outbreaks where
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
had stomach flu or whatever. And they pretty much blame it on the passengers
Mhm.
when it's like, that's just ship condition. Like you can't put that many humans in one spot and
Yep.
not expect somebody to get sick, get everybody sick. But they had like hand sanitizer every station. Everybody had to wash their hands before they went into the buffet. Nobody washed their hands this time. Like
See,
there was no hand sanitizer. Nobody was washing their hands.
and you trying to have me co-sign, my own demise on that bullshit on a boat. Hell no, nah, fam. And plus, like I said, I got seasick on a charter
Oh, for real?
once, man. Yeah, man. We went. My boy's pops chartered a boat for us to go. The perch fishing and shit, man. And there was like, there's no bobbers or anything when you charter a boat. It was like, just drop your line. We got a fish finder, and I'm watching my line, and all of a sudden I'm watching the boat go.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what, man? Yeah, I couldn't even be on my feet. Dude was like, go below deck. We got a little bed right there, man. Once we get to shore, you'll be fine, man. I ain't never got that sick, and that feeling was the worst. And they're like, well, you on a floating city, and then I was like, nah, man, no, fuck
Yeah.
that cruise shit, man. I'm good. I got that motion sickness one time. I was like, yeah, this shit ain't for me, and I could see the land. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still bobbing up and down, catching them waves. I was like, yep, nope, I can't even be on my feet. I don't know if I got to
That's a
puke
little
or
bit
shit.
different.
That is the worst fucking feeling, man. I was like, I don't know where it's about this. I mean, just lay down then. Lay down. It's like, all right. It's like, God, dang, it was embarrassing, but shit happens.
Hey, man, that shit happens way too often. Like a lot of people get motion sickness, man. But
Yeah.
when you're on a cruise ship, it's if you get the right room, if you get a room in the middle of the boat, you don't feel any waves at all.
See, why even tempt fate, fam? I'm not doing that. And plus, when we got, you know, uh, old boy in office and he's cutting back on all these rules and regulations, but the basic shit like keeping motherfuckers clean and safe. Now I just saw the motherfucker said, hey, y'all allowed to put hands on kids in school now. Took away their
Wait,
rights. Yeah, all kind of shit. The teachers got rights to, protect their classroom, AKA
jeez.
they, put hands. They was like, shouldn't that be by the state, and shouldn't parents have a certain say in that? But he was like, nah, executive order. Boom. Teachers
Capital
allowed to
punishment in schools.
allowed to put hands and feet on your kids. So yeah,
Hey,
man,
that's
it's
deep, man.
some strange shit, man. But before we jump into it, man, I want to, condolences to Gilbert Arenas and his family. I don't know if you know his son got into a serious car accident earlier this morning.
Oh,
Um, Elijah, what you call it, for speedy recovery for the young man. He was like the next Bronny, as far as the NBA dudes and their sons or whatever, man. This dude he's that dude. And yeah, he wrecked his fucking Cybertruck, mangled it.
yeah,
Yeah. They
yeah.
had they put him in they induced a coma, It's like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he
I
smacked a
wonder how fast
tree.
he was going.
Exactly.
'Cause
Exactly.
those cyber trucks move.
Everybody made it out, all his friends or whatever, but they had to induce him, to a coma. Yeah.
Yeah, speedy recovery to the young man.
Yes, sir.
God
All right,
damn.
man. Yeah. I
Yeah,
got
with
the
what's up?
I say I got the topics if you ready to jump into it since we ain't got nothing. You say I ain't got nothing, man. My shit's all fucked up. I didn't expect you to be, 100% tonight, man. It's coming off you then, messed up your phone and everything, man.
Bro, it's been like I said, man, it's just been a series of errors since I left.
All right.
Yeah, my boss was like, "Hey, man, how was your vacation?" Sorry about the
Motherfucker.
bad news.
Where'd you go? Yeah, you should have put it in your app. if I'd have known, I'd have shot you a message, man, let you know, like, hey, man, you need to be looking. Put your shit out there. I'm looking. They let everybody go. Oh man.
Man, that's just this lifestyle, man. It's like I told, some of these guys is like, hey, I just kind of expect, every day to be fly by night. So, it's not really that big of a shock. But, still
coming off of vacation. Coming off taking your time off and then come back to that shit. Like, I've been here this whole time. And when I decide to take leave and come back, y'all saying that, we about to shut down shop. Okay.
Yeah, right. 1 week I spent money like I'm going to go back and make some more. Yeah.
I do what dude say. He was like, I'm tired of he's like, I'm scared for my daughter, man. He was like, she keep coming up to me asking me for money. I'm scared for her in the future because she don't know how to recognize a broke ninja. She ain't gonna be good out there in these streets.
That is facts.
Yeah, man. We jump into old Uncle Shay Shay real quick, man. Bro, what you think of this, man?
I think if you buy pussy, you buy pussy the right way. So, this chick is an OnlyFans model. Some of the text messages was talking about, paying 25 grand each cheek, so like he's, of course she's 19, like he's 56 or whatever. Yeah, he's paying for this pussy. You expect somebody to shut their mouth, and consider it a business deal. He got hustled. Like right off the bat, the girl wouldn't sign an NDA.
Damn.
It's like, and she's not that fine. Like, bro, step away. You know how many chicks want you? Like, you are Shannon Sharpe.
You'd be surprised. Remember what happened to the late great Kobe? The chick he stepped out with. Everybody was just like, what? What, dude, you the king of LA. And you mess with that? So to each his own, man, they all got their kink.
But still, like, Kobe went and just, they ran a train on a freak. This is
right.
He bought this pussy. You know what I mean? Like, there's supposed to be some kind of,
bro. Did we not do segments on him and how he dressed and think he's not your average bear. Come on, man. He don't do things, like we would do on the reg. He's Shay Shay. That's not a nickname a grown man would want, but he's running with it, so he does things a little different, man. And then we got to give him, I guess, some grace. He's old school with a bunch of new money, and he got, I remember earlier they were talking, they didn't know, it was Jane Doe. They didn't know if it was a Caucasian or if it was a sister or whatever, but it's clearly, now everybody knows this is a Caucasian lady. And he tried to pay her off with 10 mil. God dang, bro, you didn't fucked up. You fucked up on that one.
Like what is I can't wrap my mind around it, bro. Like I really can't. There's supposed to be some kind of, like attorney-client privilege, but with hookers. You know what I mean?
There's no code, man. There's no code between, trick and performer. Yeah, shit. Nah, man. Nah, man. There's no, like I said, he's old school, thinking she was gonna keep it on the tuck, but she was like, hell nah. I'm gonna get my name out there. She's about to be the next Hawk Tui girl or whatever. So it is what it is. There's no bad play for her in this. She's gonna come out paid regardless.
Yeah, he turned down 10 mil.
Yeah, he tried to put it out there like the same people who went after Jay-Z coming after me, and then I was like, bro, the difference is Jay-Z said, y'all take me to court if y'all got all this shit. Come on, he had that war chest ready. Like, and then he did that Uno reverse and put the lawsuit on them. So unless you're willing to do all that, man. And Shannon just announced that he's stepping down from ESPN until the football season starts. But yeah, like, bro, you're already losing. You got to step down from your day job.
Yeah,
behind some silly shit, man. Like you said, man, that's your thing. bro, you got to have that in order. Like everybody got to know their position. Like this is what I pay, and I'm paying not just for you to, service me or whatever, but to keep your mouth shut and also to take your ass home.
Yeah, that's the business transaction.
That's it.
You know, I know it blew my mind to see TikTok and social media, just like the black women that just ran through this dude. Just
Yeah.
he's fucking with children, and they putting him in the
Yeah.
same boat as R. Kelly. It's like, come on now, just because he ain't fucking with women his age, which why should he? Um, and he don't want your black ass. Don't mean that like he's some fucking pedophile. It's like this girl was an adult entertainer.
That's
You
it.
know,
That's what
yeah.
she
So
did.
he's not her only fan. On OnlyFans, you know what I mean? It's like
I
what
see
is
what you
this
did
shit
there,
that you
sir.
guys try to put out there?
Right. Like I said, that was some bad energy. I didn't even pay attention to them. I didn't even see that side of TikTok of the females going after him like that. I just saw some saying, they would have took that payout. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm good. On to the next. But this is what we the society we in right now, man, and everybody trying to get that bag. And it's like, do you have to protect yourself from everything these days, fam? Especially this kinky shit.
Bro,
So
can you imagine sending out threatening text messages? Like in this day and age, like
no,
we got
no.
20 years of text messaging technology behind us that told us not to do this shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. We know. We should know. And this is, folks who don't have that kind of bread. It's like we know how to tread. And you doing this and out in the public eye every day. So yeah,
Yeah,
man. Shay, tighten up, man.
yeah.
Tighten up.
And yeah, it might. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing that he recorded some of these sex sessions. But it's gonna come to light.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Like I said,
he a freak.
Club Shay gonna be his full-time gig. Cause they were like, dude, we can't take you back. We can't have you talking, sports and all that shit. And the only thing everybody want to talk about is, your video or your audio, whatever you put out, man. Don't, it's just bad for the business, So who knows, man? I don't know how this is gonna shake out, man. Fuck. Yeah, I got nothing else, man. What you got?
I don't think he's gonna lose any fans.
Okay.
I really don't. I think this is it's more normalized than what like these initial reactions make it seem like he's the nasty, dirty old man, and
Right.
he should be canceled and all this other shit. But realistically, just about every celebrity does the exact same thing. Like who the fuck has paperwork for fucking? Who has legal paperwork for fucking? You know what I mean? Like you just got that right next to the condoms. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we're in a different day and age where it's more normalized. So I don't see this affecting him too negatively.
Yeah, I mean, but you got to be careful, man. You see, they changed the rules on that whole flying a girl out type deal or whatever, and you fly her out, and now it's and she exchanged sexual favors for being flown out. That they put that in human trafficking, under human trafficking. So a lot of dudes, the shit they known for doing, trying to be a player, like, look, I'll fly you out. And, it's a mutual agreement between two consensual adults. And now, on the books, if she turn around and say, hey, he did something, you jammed up, man. Yeah, you jammed up. All that shit's on your credit card. Yeah. You fucked. So it's a new day, man. It's a new day.
That is crazy. I'm gonna take his ass out there with Russell Simmons.
Pretty
Jaw just
much.
blow over. You can do a
Pretty
podcast
much.
from anywhere.
Anywhere. So
take them bad knees, carry them leather couches and that and that shade drink, do that shit in Bali.
yeah. Get your little island, man. Get your little island, man. You little sidekick monkey or something, man. I don't know. Some shit. just for show. All right, man. Let's jump into it, fam.
All right.
Got it.
Find this first one. Yeah.
Like I said, I can't say I ain't mad at him, but let's just say I understand. I understand.
I get it, man. All right, so we got the news article here about a Texas pastor.
Yes, sir. Ghana Web.
Yeah, kind of web. Texas-based Ghanaian pastor reportedly murders transgender wife after wedding night.
See, this is why you shouldn't wait. My whole take on that whole thing, wait until we get married, man. Why you come on, man? Nah. Because you end up in some shit like this. Let this be a PSA. Do not wait until you get married. At least check up under the hood, man. Please.
Something. Yeah, you. There's too much of this. There's too much of this going on.
Yeah. What do you think the cops did when they realized what happened? It was like, he killed who? His new bride. But why? And somebody whispered in their ear, and it was like, oh, well, shit, it is Texas.
It's Texas, man. They should let him go.
I don't think they are. I don't think they put him in cuffs. And they go on ahead, man. Go on, sit down in the back of this car, man. We got to go through this. Damn.
It's like a man tried to fuck you in the middle of the night and you killed him.
See how that plays out. But yeah, it's crazy. But nobody in the church knew. Nobody. No deacon. Nobody.
Churches are some weird places, man. They can pray away so much obvious shit.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah. I read a little bit more about this story, and I can't find it in American news, like mainstream news. So I think it's fake, but it's hilarious. Yeah.
It's hilarious. So a story to talk about in case this happens, if it does happen. I just can't. Y'all sleeping in the same bed. I know, as we get older, you make them trips to the bathroom, man. I know you heard the motherfucker, peeing standing up. I know every time he ain't go and sit down, and warm up that toilet, nah. Come on, man. It was standing up like, oh yeah, he knocked out. He won't know. Let me go ahead and lift this seat up and go ahead and let it rip. Yeah, no.
You would think if you wake up to dull razors every day, because both of you motherfuckers are
shaving. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with you on this one, man. I think this is a little fugazi because I tried to find another. I saw two articles or whatever. Like normally I won't do it if I only find two. I need to see like 3 or 4 of them. But I think they got me on this one. But still a PSA. Always have sex before. Bottom line.
Or like the first night out, let her drink some more liquor because.
Wow.
That'll come through a man's pores different than a woman's pores. Guaranteed. You give it 12 hours and he got that man smell to him.
Go ahead and take it out on the dance floor. It's going to sweat out in that dance floor, baby. Going out there doing a 30-minute workout.
Coming through on you.
Best believe. Yeah, it's going to leave a smell. Said, hug her good night and be like, yeah, I smell nothing but St. Ides on your neck. I'm cool.
Yeah, ball sweat.
My chick smell musty. Yeah, no, that ain't feminine. That is not feminine. You can't fake that. All right, man. We gotta get off this fake story, man. Shit. They got us. They got us on this one, man. All right, man. That's on me. That's on me, man.
Ain't no thing. I'm sure that shit. I saw it trending on like Facebook and
Okay.
Instagram, and
Okay.
a couple people commented on it, and then yeah, I just couldn't find it like
Anywhere else,
anywhere.
like it should be
Yeah.
somewhere in Texas. We found Ghana news, not Texas. Ghana news. Okay.
Oscar-nominated Hollywood director James Toback ordered to pay 1.68 billion to 40 women accused writer of sexual abuse.
Bruh. Again, how do they come up with these numbers?
I don't know.
That's not million. That's $1 billion fucking dollars. And the fact that I never heard of this dude before, man, and they ding him for $1 billion. Have you heard of
See,
him?
no. I wish we had Ob because Ob knows all these
Yeah,
motherfuckers,
he
man.
do. Yeah, he do. Yeah, but I never
Ob
heard of
knows like,
dude.
did you see any of his work?
I don't think so, man. They just said he's just famous. Apparently, he got to be famous if they going after him. You know, they say he could cough up $1 billion.
Said he wrote 1991's Bugsy.
Okay. Yeah, seen that. Excellent movie. That's Warren Beatty.
Yeah.
Warren Beatty and the net. Yeah. Love that movie, man. That shit was dope.
This motherfucker don't look 80.
Yeah, man. Over 40 women. Like, how does that break down, man?
Let me break out this calculator because that's an astronomical number.
Yeah.
1, 6, 8, 1, 2, 3.
Divided by
40. Let's see. That's $42 million a person.
God dang.
Yeah, how's that even? How do you come up with that number? Like you said,
Exactly. It wasn't like it was just like 168 or something. I was like, hold on, how do they do that? 42 million a piece? Everybody get a 40.
Let me see it, dude, because I never heard of this dude. And 1991 was a long goddamn time ago.
Right. Bugsy did good, but I don't think it did that good.
How the fuck do you come up with all this cash? Who the fuck has 1.868
billion to pay out in damages? Yeah, man. Like I said, that number stuck out to me. It was like, man, we thought Diddy was going through it when he had to shell out that money to Cassie.
Yeah.
This dude got to do it 40 times.
Oh, here we go. I got his IMDb page. Yeah, he's got a couple of credits under his belt, but it's not Spielberg shit,
That's what I was like, dude. They got it because of their catalog.
Yeah. Nah. Where the fuck you get this money from? Like most people with this body of work, looking for their next gig still. Yeah.
And he's talking. They're talking $1 billion. That's why I was like, where did this judge get the number from? Like, where do you think he's going to get this from?
Damn. That shit,
his biggest hit was in the 90s.
Yeah, I like some of the Tyrese was in Transformers, all them Fast and Furiouses.
Yeah,
a bunch of blockbuster movies,
yeah.
And this motherfucker was crying on the internet about making child support. Yeah, you know what I mean. And this dude's got like a bullshit lineup from the 90s.
And the judge said $1 billion.
Billion.
Yeah.
Billion.
So, could you imagine being in court hearing that
from 40 years ago? from 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Like your
Damn.
dick ain't got hard. You 80 years old. Your dick ain't got hard good in 30, at least 30 years. And you paying for 40-year-old sexual assault claims.
Ouch.
God damn, ain't nobody safe, man.
Protect your neck, son. Protect your neck.
They coming for
God.
you, no matter what amount of
Yeah,
time.
from Shay Shay to this dude, man. Like I said, man, it's a new day. We never heard no shit like this before, man. Not on this
Man,
level.
if they drop that number on you and you actually have 1.68 billion to give, would you give it or would you bounce?
I will bounce. I will have to bounce, man. Like you said, if I had it to give, but then now it becomes comical. Because I'm looking like 1 point from who?
Yeah.
Did he, I'm looking at my attorney like, what the fuck did he just, he or she, what did they just give me? Or order me to pay? Like, how is that even possible? Like, seriously, how do you even, I don't understand that. Like, because I remember, how they sued OJ and all that stuff. And he was like, yeah, y'all can sue me for whatever y'all want, but I can't give you what I don't have. So yeah, I just don't understand this one. Like I said, that's a lot of fucking money. A lot of money. Somebody sat back and was like, well, we feel that they should get what, $1 million a year since that happened or something? It's over 40 something years ago. Is that what they're doing?
I
understand, sir. I understand.
Yeah, some shit just stay in the past, like that Kanye shit.
I ain't want to talk about that shit. I didn't even want to. I ain't bring it up. I thought I was gonna bring it up. I ain't even want to touch on that. That just don't make, like, brother. We try to defend your ass from pointed hoods to swastikas and all kind of goofy shit, but this one, you decide to come out now and say you buy? Yeah, because I'm thinking the lady dropped it on me, and I'm thinking it was his female cousin.
Yeah, me too. Me too. When I saw the article, I'm like, you sucked dicks for 8 years?
Bruh.
Like, hey, man,
It's like, man, you got kids out here now, man. Why would you, like you just, to your original statement, man, let some of that stuff stay in the past, man. I understand you going through some stuff or whatever, but
hey, man, 1 week makes it a habit, 1 year makes it a lifestyle. Nick, 8 years sucking dick, man,
bro.
you could be teaching classes.
Just say you buy, and and go on with yourself, man.
Did you see his follow-up text? I don't know if his follow-up.
I can't.
Happened after.
What happened, man? What do you? I can't follow this dude anymore.
Now I can say the word FAG. With impunity, you know what I mean?
This dude is the definition of insufferable, bruh. I just don't like that exact age. Like, he knew, like, at 14, I was just done. I just said, no, you can't put that in my mouth no more. I'm not putting it in my mouth no more. I'm done. I'm about to go get my permit. So no, I'm not doing that no more.
Puberty, the flavor changed.
This is why I didn't want to talk about this. Did not want to talk about this shit with y'all, man, at all. I told you, once the lady told me it was a dude, I was like, 808s and heartbreaks, man. I was done.
Bro, the memes is killing me, man. They had a photo of Kanye with a goat tattoo on his neck. No, throat goat.
That's the end of the game. That's the end of the game for you, son. That is the end. First you go after Jay-Z's kids, and then your follow-up is this. Everybody like, man, just leave this dude alone, man. And I saw something. He just had an open call for I forget how many black dudes, but they all have to have the skin complexion of Diddy.
I don't even know. I don't want to know what the hell's going on.
See, that's how I felt about his situation. Him talking about his cousin. Kanye, you do your thing, man. You stay on your side, I stay on mine, and keep it pushing. That's it, man. I wish you well.
Freaky preference like that.
Yeah, because
chocolate complected.
Take that, boys. And he wanted them to be able to wear. He said they have to be in shape and be comfortable wearing swastikas and all black at an open casting call with the complexion of Diddy. All of them. Very specific, sir. That is specific.
Yeah, it's too specific, man. And you come out a week later talking about you sucking dicks. I guess nobody showed up. You had to incentivize it.
He's in LA somewhere, man. Yeah, I think he did have a nice turnout or whatever for his I don't know if it's a video or something he's doing, but yeah, that was the last thing I saw him post the whole male cousin, So yeah, man, to each his own, man. Like you said, I'm not anti anything or whatever, but it's just the timing and like, bro, now, okay, what else, man?
Marketing genius.
I guess so. You could call it that, but I'm cool.
In a day and age where just about everybody in that new generation is either a YN or a gay N.
And I hate that term, man. I hate that YN, man. That is so. I don't like that, man. That's not cool. But yeah, that's what it is now, man.
Can hit the looks from just saying that you did some shit that everybody's doing now. Just to get the attention.
Yeah.
That's some great marketing, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to find the silver lining in this shit.
Right.
Trying to see the rainbow in this shit.
Are you? He said, I'm trying to find the rain. I'm looking for the rain. No, you're not. You're trying to find the funny, and you found it. You found it. But yeah, man, like I said, this is why I did not put this on the list. I was hoping we could fly over, but you caught it. Of all people, you are like the person that's not tuned into any of this bullshit or whatever, these socialites or whatever. Yeah, you're not tuned into them, but this one, yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go in on them a little bit on this one. I got something for him. So yeah, man, I'm cool. You got anything else on it?
Hell no.
You brought that shit up. It wasn't on the list. It was not on the docket. You violated again. For sure. All right. Yeah, this next one, man. Been a long time coming, man. I think I'm not mad at this one, for sure.
Going down the DH gate rabbit hole, especially with all the tariffs going on, and seeing the ungodly amount of money I've spent on designer over the years has me pissed. As a former sneakerhead, I guess maybe I still am, but we used to look down on people that would buy DH gate shoes because they're not real and you could only wear real shoes. And then getting into designer, where I've bought so much Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, all of these big brands, that we kind of look down on people that will buy fake, what we consider fake from DH gate. And now to find out that stuff is the same stuff that I could have been buying for $100, but I spent $2,000 on it. This makes me sick. I knew I should have put that money into an investment property or something to make me money, but I just wanted to stunt. Now I'm going to be living by what I tell my clients to not worry about designer. Put that money into real estate.
Yeah. Jay Drizzy in the house. What's up, fam? How you feeling?
My man. But yeah, man. I never really was one of those cats who was, a sneakerhead or into designers and stuff like that, man. Like, that heavy. Um, I come up with a time with we had all the stuff because of crackheads and boosters, so it was like we never paid retail.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you wanted something, triple fat goose and all that other, unnecessary shit. So yeah, it was one of those type deals for me with that. But yeah, I had dudes who be like, oh man, those are knockoffs. I could tell by the way they stitch. I could tell. I was like, dude, you're doing too much. It's just motherfucking clothes.
For the longest time, I used to hear that shit would come off the same assembly line. And, I kind of
Yeah.
believed it because it was too close to being legit. Like I can't tell the difference. But like you said, there's folks out there that claim they could.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm not buying any of that designer shit, man. I don't see the value in it. And deep down inside, I know that when they done making Louis Vuitton shit, they making Louis Vuitton, right
Yeah.
after their ship. So it's like I know that the fake shit is the same. That's just a feeling I've had ever since I've been a young man. But good. I'm glad this shit got exposed, and I hope a lot of people feel took. I hope they do.
Because it doesn't
You
make
know?
sense. Like I said, I used to, I talked to the lady about, they got these what is those expensive ass fucking designer purses or whatever. They start off at like 25,000 or whatever. But
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm talking about. But my thing is, how does it, like, oh, this purse is in season, is in, whatever. Like, how does the purse go out of style or out of season? It's a bag. No matter what
Mhm.
year, time, day, it does the same fucking thing. So how does
Yeah.
that expire? Unless the handle or the thing break, then it's a
Hey,
fucked up
when was,
purse, But
when
shit.
was the last time you complimented a woman on her purse and really meant it? You know what I mean? Like you ain't paying attention to none of that shit. That's for them.
Yeah.
Just like
Great point.
99% of the other shit that they
Great
do.
point. Yeah,
You
like
know,
the lashes, the BBLs, and all that stuff. That's females competing with other females trying to get their approval. That's, like you said, it has nothing to do with us. Uh, but yeah, becomes you just kept seeing, especially when this tariffs and stuff hit. All these Asian content creators came out, was pulling the curtain back, telling people like, look, all that shit you think said is made in Italy or whatever. Like, yeah, that piece was made in Italy. That stamp. But it's like, dude, all our shoes we roll up, it says made in China. From Nike, so all that shit. So who cares?
hmm
Where it was made. Like, oh nah, mine was made in. My shit came from Egypt, huh? Shut up,
yeah,
man. They're knockoffs. Everything is fucking knocked off, man.
handcrafted by children. But
Yeah.
that this is a genius move, man, because you know how many industries they're going to disrupt just by saying, like, hey,
Yes.
it's all the same shit,
Yes. Just by putting it out
and
there. Because now you think about all the
they
swap
cut out
meets.
the middleman. They done cut
Yes.
out the middleman. Like
Yes.
you're not going to go to the mall to buy the same shit you can buy on, DH Gate or Temu or whatever the fuck it was that people order this shit from. Um, and what was that? What was that brand that showed up in Walmart? Was it the Louis Vuitton bags that showed up in Walmart?
No, it was that bag I was telling you about, but it was the Walmart version of it.
Okay.
The God dang it, what's the name of that damn bag?
Mhm.
Birkin, the Walmart Birkin bag or some shit like that or whatever. And it's because they called it the working, Walmart's version, but yeah, these fucking Birkin bags, they start off at like 25 and they only put out X amount per year, and you have to get invited and all this other goofy shit. Now you can go on down to the swap meet, and come up on some shit,
Yeah.
and this keeps showing all these folks that's overseas and China and Japan or whatever, and they going like, look, bags galore, like $15, $20. That's why my man came on there and said he felt sick to his stomach, realizing he done dropped over $2,000 for some shit he could have got for $1.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I get
weird,
it.
man, because it's not only America. Like I was in Qatar yesterday,
Okay.
and uh, their entire airport is like it's half airport, half high end designer mall.
Okay.
So they got Burberry, they got like every Louis Vuitton, Rolex, Tag Heuer, yeah, all that shit, all on in the airport. So by them doing this, they're gonna fuck up a lot of people's money and make it so bad it's not gonna touch their cash at all. It's not gonna hit their pockets at all because it's still coming out their factories. Like
Yes.
they're not benefiting from them high ass price tags that we're paying. That's that
Yeah.
middleman shit. That's
Yeah.
that's Macy's and all them stores. Just
The markups. Like I said, this is the result of fucking tariffs. You don't understand how this shit works or whatever. Like, yeah, it's 50 cents there. Over here, it's $50. You
I
know.
love it. I love it. It's some anarchist shit, and I'm glad to see it coming. Oh, just to hurt these motherfuckers' feelings. Like everybody that could afford that shit.
Yes. Now go buy some damn real estate or something, man. Go donate, Go help some people out instead of buying a fucking $25,000 Birkin bag or whatever, man. Go help somebody. Go do something. Invest in your people. But
All these motherfuckers that want to check your tags years ago.
oh
Fuck
my
them.
God, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let me see. Turn that shit inside out. Yeah, that's a knockoff. Like motherfucker, everybody else is the got a fucking knockoff now. Now that you realize that shit, but I'm glad that, like you said, this shit happened and it exposes this bullshit because people focus on the wrong fucking thing. I remember we were just happy to be around each other. We'll cut on you if your shit was dirty, but we didn't give a fuck what you had on. We didn't. Nobody cared about that. But you get social media and you got these folks thinking they live in this extravagant lifestyle and everything from head to toe, from eyelashes to uh butts, lips, everything's a fucking knockoff.
Mm-hmm. I had a conversation with one of my homegirls not too long ago about this designer shit and how much she
Yeah,
like it. She had
yeah.
spent this much on Louis Vuitton slides and all kinds of shit. I'm like, but you ain't got two nickels to rub together. What the fuck you
See,
doing?
see,
You know?
that's what I'm talking about. You got on J's, they bought 200 or I don't even know how much shit costs anymore, and you ain't got nothing in your pocket.
Yeah.
You look
It's
like
like,
$1,000,000 and you got a couple dollars in your pocket. Come on, man. Yeah, these
God,
girls
man.
got these Birkin bags. They ain't got no money in them.
Mm-hmm.
You walking around, at the bar hoping somebody buy you a drink. But you got this damn Birkin bag.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nothing in it.
make that make sense.
I still got that packing paper in the middle of it so it don't crease.
Don't crease. Oh shit! Like yeah, this going back. I can't afford this shit. I can't afford any of this. And like you said, man, it's just folks. They do it for the flex, and it's sad that we are our people is the main consumers of this bullshit, man. We need to let people know, thinking, I got this, this Burberry on or whatever, let people know I got, I'm getting to the bag. Nah, man, nah, that ain't it. That is not it, man. Take that bullshit off. Save your fucking bread. But thank you to these folks who broke the shit down and let them know. They took them inside the factory. It was just like, yeah, you paid for this. You know how much it costs for us to make this shit? You dummy. Like, yeah, welcome to our side. I love it, man. I hope it's more and more of this shit come out, man. So we won't be, some folks are in the know, but there's a lot of folks who needed that wake up call. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't care what how much you paid for it. I just know that now you could be taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I got, family.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, let me hit the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, man.
see.
Yeah. I'm sitting there trying to watch this draft night, man.
Oh yeah. Did they already start picking?
Oh yeah. They're deep. I think they might be in the second round. Trying to see when hopefully Dion's son will go, but I don't think he got drafted yet.
That's weird.
Nah, he just they just said he's gone unselected in the top 10. We shall see, homie. We shall see.
Wonder who the fuck the Browns pick, to fuck their team up for the next 10 years.
They got a good pick, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got a good
defensive
pick.
tackle. They got to replace Myles Garrett, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
no, didn't he stay? I thought Myles.
Did he stay?
I think he stayed.
I'd have bounced if I was him. He the face of the team, but shit, like, you can only take so much losing. It's that Barry Sanders shit. Like, you can't be the baddest motherfucker on the field and with a losing team.
Right.
Like, that's not how you want to spend your career.
Yeah, I think they opened up I think he owns Ohio now. That's how much money they gave him. If I'm not mistaken, man. I think he owns Ohio now. That's why he stayed. Like, if I'm gonna stay, y'all motherfuckers better, wet my beak to the fullest.
Yeah.
So if I'm not mistaken, I think Myles is it's gonna be there a little bit, but I don't know, man. It's tricky. What's up?
How disrespected he had to feel when they paid
that quarterback?
The quarterback all that money.
Mm-hmm.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
And he ain't performed the whole season or to any kind of quality football since he came back. That's free money in the bank, man. I'd be upset.
Hey man, that's the game. That's the game. Yeah, I think Myles is still in Cleveland, man, for now. See how that go. See how that shake. But like I said, this whole new system that they got with the NIL, with these kids getting paid and shit, man, this is tricky. I love my college football, but I can't get used to anybody because everybody's flying. Everybody's in that damn portal. Like, oh, is he there? I don't know. Shit, I don't know how much they offered him. They
I
said
just read this morning. Oh, I'm
Go
sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I just read this morning that my cousin from Ohio State entered the portal. I don't know where he's going.
See, like I said, they chasing, like Dion said, they're making a mistake. They're chasing the NIL instead of the NFL. They're trying to get that money. It was like, this money you get from the NIL is supposed to help you sustain yourself through college, not the rest of your fucking life. You know what I mean? Like, dude, this is just the beginning. NFL will get you there.
I don't know, man. I really think that they're paying these players almost as much as they're worth, especially in college. Considering that they're giving up their health, long-term health. And this might be the only opportunity they get to receive any kind of money for football or for sports in itself. And the university was just raping these kids, man. Like, give them an education that ain't worth shit, and then have these motherfuckers signing footballs and shit, on their days off, and just constantly raking in money. It's just.
Man, we've been through this since the Fab Five, when Chris Webber and Juwan Howard and all those cats from Michigan got they got raped or whatever. They were saying they're going to the Foot Locker and seeing their jerseys flying off the shelves, and it was like, dude, we broke. You know what I'm saying? It was like, man, we ain't got none of this. And hell, not too long ago, my Ohio State Buckeyes, Terrell Pryor and them, got in trouble for selling their damn pants.
Yeah.
It was like, bro, we ain't got no money. It's like, ain't like we could go get a job or whatever. Like, we full-time, athletes and students, but we can't work. We have no bread. I can't call home and get money from my mom and them. And they got a class action lawsuit because they just was on the heels of that whole NIL, deal. They're like, man, fuck that. We need to get paid. I think like Reggie Bush and all those cats is doing the same thing. He was like, y'all motherfuckers took my Heisman away from me because I got paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? He's like, hell nah. No, they just gave him back his Heisman. But still, You know, he lost out on a lot of shit behind that bullshit. Now these kids are getting endorsement deals. They all, getting paid hand over fist. But again, you make more in the league, but excuse me, it's kind of an incentive for kids to stay in school a little bit longer too. A lot of them was like, oh shit, I get to take that. I could play another year because of COVID. Oh hell yeah. So that bumped them up as well,
Yeah, and big shout out to Maurice Claret, for kicking a lot of this shit off, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like one of the front runners on this whole,
Yeah.
collegiate,
Yes.
fucking
Trying to-
hustle that they pulling on folks.
Yep. He's another one that should, get his flowers, and I'm glad he's doing okay now. And but damn, I just wish he could have got his shine the way he deserved it. But again, like you said, man, you sacrificing your body. And when you watch that documentary that I think the Ohio Boys or some shit between him and Jim Trussell, he said he was hurt already, leaving school. He was already pretty much damaged goods. He was all banged up. And you could tell by the way he fucking played, So, yeah, man, everybody was just trying to get paid, not ball out. They were just trying to fucking make it, what's up?
Now, wasn't those charges that he caught? Wasn't that all tied up with boosters and trying to pay them back and all kinds of other bullshit?
Something like that or whatever. He went to Trussell to go get a car. Like, I need fucking transportation, so I can't be the star player and fucking on the bus. Life. I need to be somewhere. I can't be on the on the 13th. No pun intended with his college football number as well. I don't know how I did that, but I did it. But yeah, man, that's all that was. And Jim said he made a phone call. Like, hey, look at I guess a booster. Like, go down here. My man gonna take care of you. And they turned into this big ass scandal, and they put a what you call it, a bullseye on his back, and he just kept getting targeted.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Now these kids out here stunting.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, and it's not like it's like 30, 40 fucking years ago. It ain't that long ago that this shit happened, man.
Yeah.
And now these cats getting paid. It's legal now. Now y'all done made it official, and they still ain't getting paid what they should get paid, considering what the colleges get just to make it to a bowl game. And forget about it.
Yeah.
Just to make it to a fucking bowl game. But I digress.
You want to jump into our welfare queen?
Yes, sir. Please, man. I wish my brother Ob was on this one, man. This was for him.
This message is to all the American taxpayers. If you work a job and you get taxes taken out, those funds help support me and my 6 children. I have never had a job. I refuse to have a job. I make more getting welfare with you going to work every day than I would if I got a job. If I got a job, then I would have to pay daycare. I refuse to do that. Okay, I am literally allergic to work. And if you have a problem with supporting me and my children financially, that is a you problem. Okay, I don't care. I don't care how you feel about it. I receive $4,000 in food stamps every month. I receive $2,000 in cash benefits every month. I've never had to pay rent at any apartment, any house. The state of Michigan pays my rent every single month. I literally don't pay my consumers, so my electricity, I get a shut off. I send that in to my caseworker. They pay the shut off. That is your responsibility. Okay. I was not born into wealth. I don't have an education. I'm a high school dropout with 6 children and 4 baby daddies. So yes, it is your financial responsibility to support me and my 6 children. And I refuse to apologize.
This is America.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
She allergic to work and toothpaste.
She said it with her chest. I'm allergic. Yeah,
I'm
to
still,
education and all that, man. I'm waiting for somebody like, hey, man, she be, this is her thing. She be bullshitting, but dude, she said it with her chest. Come on, man.
yeah, I tend to find like either you have that amount of white privilege where you can get on social media and brag about how much welfare you get, or this is just a TikTok hustle that you're
Right.
making this story up just to get views. I'm thinking that it's the TikTok
Gotcha.
angle of it because nobody does it. Like I
And
nobody
nobody
talks about it so like that.
in Michigan, like nobody in Michigan has contacted anybody and be like, hey, man, you need to look into her and see why she ain't, like what's that those programs you gotta go to work to get certain, benefits or whatever. And it's like, okay, then what happens when your kids age out? You said you got kids now, eventually they get old and, they cut that off, right? So I don't know how, but the way she's talking, she been gaming the system talking about she give a, shut off notices to her caseworker and let them handle it. Like she ain't never got to leave the crib. Like that's what made me think like this is her reality, man. We don't want to think that way. Like somebody that damn bold to come out and expose all they shit. 6 kids, 4 baby daddies, high school dropout, along with those teeth. Yeah.
I'm glad she's doing this, no matter what her reason is, because for as long as I can remember, the face of public assistance was black women, and that's not the case. It's never been the case. Statistically, it is white people, and it's older white people. It's actually elderly people that receive the most aid. But yeah, man, it's a good look. I like it. Good look. And for the people that think that these social programs should end, I don't believe that, man. There's always going to be somebody that's able to game the system. Like if this is true, then this woman is gaming the system. But those safety nets need to be in place because eventually everybody at one point in their life is going to need something. They're going to need some kind of public assistance, whether it's tax breaks or this shit. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think those programs should end, but
somebody need to look into her. Like she need to be working. You need to be working. You need to get your ass up out that crib, man. You over collecting all that money, saying you ain't never had a job, and it's art. And the fact that she's so she's so with it. Like it's y'all responsibility to take care of me and my my fuck ups or whatever. So yeah, that's the part, man.
She really want to flex, man. Show this bitch cooking eggs in the morning. Every day I wake up and I eat 2 dozen of eggs. Wick eggs.
You like this Gouda? Yeah, you should because you paid for it. Yeah. That's some gangster shit right there, man. But yeah, that's a lot of fucking money. God dang, that's a lot of benefits. What did you say? 4,000 in stamps and 2,000 in fucking in cash?
Yeah. I mean, you think that's what, $6,000 a month and 60,000 a year? And if she was working, she'd have to pull in about $110, $120, considering healthcare too. Just to make that same amount of money.
Fuck. The way you just broke that down, god dang, she's winning. She's winning.
Yeah.
And mind you, she's in the Midwest. That's decent money.
Yeah.
That's
she
decent
probably in
money.
Detroit.
Next, man. Next. You wrong for that. I love the D. You wrong for that. Go ahead, man.
I love the D too, man. I love the D too, but it's you can find a house as cheap as Youngstown. Like you can find a house pretty cheap.
True.
And I don't know, it might not be Detroit, man, considering like that Flint water probably took her teeth out. So maybe it's Flint.
Maybe it's Flint. Maybe it's Flint. They wrong for that one too, boy. Shots fired. Oh man, we're on a quick side note, man. Speaking of Detroit, man, you hear about the dudes who got deported? They fucked around and hit the Ambassador Bridge by accident.
No.
They got caught.
That's a wide ass bridge, man.
There's so many signs. And one lady got held for I forget how many hours with her kids or whatever. She had to call somebody to come get her kids because one of them was having an episode or something. And she was going to Costco and made a wrong turn and hit the bridge.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. Were they American or
nah? They wasn't American or whatever, but they, was just driving around, and all of a sudden they found themselves on the fucking bridge. It's so many fucking signs that tell you you about to get on the fucking bridge, you about to cross over to fucking Canada. And yeah, they got caught, and I don't know if they had their paperwork in order or whatever, but yeah, one dude I think is about to get deported. Another chick just got held until they straightened the shit out or whatever. But motherfuckers getting detained on the Ambassador.
What are they deporting everybody to El Salvador, or are they just sending people back to their home country and
both
people that think from MS-13?
Yeah, from what I'm hearing, it's a mashup of whatever. Like, what's the next flight? Okay, yeah, that's where he going.
Man, I'm not digging this administration at all. I saw a thing where they said the Department of Justice claims that Native Americans aren't Americans.
See,
they don't have birthright citizenship.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't want to. Like I said, just quick side note, because what they're doing now is fucking crazy. Everybody getting on the plane. Everybody getting up out of here. Again, like I said, fucked around and got on the wrong fucking exit, and now you got to get deported. You literally going to go get groceries. Your ass about to get a one-way ticket. Fuck, man. Pay attention to the fucking signs, man. I don't know how many times we can cross that fucking bridge. There's so many fucking signs.
Hey, morning, brother. Yeah, you would think, man, if you were legal, order your groceries, man. Have that shit delivered. Why you hitting the streets? Like ICE agents everywhere.
That part,
and they're coming deeper into the U.S. than what they normally would.
Right.
Like you see ICE agents in Ohio, like running traffic stops. Mm-hmm. Usually before it used to be like 100 miles inside the border or something like that. Mm-hmm. You catch them on like El Paso, driving to Texas and on the border of California, Mexico. But these motherfuckers, man,
they everywhere, fam. They hitting Home Depot parking lots.
There he is.
What's up, fellas?
We're on the tail end. We're literally on the last one, man.
That's all right. That's all right, man.
We got you.
Glad to see you, bro.
We got you, man.
I'm sorry, man.
Good, man. You good.
I'll explain
it. It is what it is, man.
No.
Hey, man. Hey, gotta take care of what you gotta take care of, kid.
I'll FaceTime you guys. Yeah, let's what we got, man? What's the last one?
Hey, man, some good news, man. Some good news. That last one, man. Some good news, man. But but the math ain't mathing with the numbers on that one, man. The old man pulled that up for us real quick. The homeless dude who won the lottery.
Yeah, the $1 million.
Yeah, and talk about he's gonna buy a house and all this other, like not in this economy and not in California, son.
No, you better go to Texas.
Yeah, you better go to Ohio.
That motherfucker better go to Niles.
He
that nigga better take that million and go straight to Westminster.
He said it with his chest. Niles. That's it.
The motherfucker better go to Flint and just buy himself a nice filter. And I ain't making fun of Flint, but goddamn.
Damn, yeah, like that's what I'm saying. When you want a meal, then you think about after fucking taxes.
Yeah.
Where you gonna live, fam, with that kind of money in California, man? I know you've been homeless, but
Listen, bullshit here cost $1 million.
Yeah.
There's a place. I'm not gonna say the name of it because we got fans. I don't know who live where, but down the way there's this Hey, baby, what's the name of those $1 million houses? That area down there? Yeah. Is that the new houses? Okay, so there's this place down here called Parchester Village, right down by this country club. Houses go for $1 million starting.
Mhm.
You get to see all the water, all this beautiful water. But what else you get to see is train tracks in the hood. You look right down into the hood, like motherfuckers' backyards and everything. That's what $1 million
Yeah.
gets you starting out here. He be better off, like we just said, getting himself. Look, I know you're homeless, but go get yourself a $80,000. Get yourself a HUD home somewhere like we said, Youngstown,
Mhm.
Niles, Westminster. Uh, hey, Cuddy, what's that place we drove through in Arizona where the girl lived over? Motherfucker, buy you a trailer. Listen, get you a smooth ass double wide
Yeah.
and call that shit a day. Buy you some land.
Yeah.
Put that motherfucking money in the bank. Get you furnish it because you got a trailer. It ain't gonna cost. Put yourself some nice furniture, and then live good, man. Don't get on the pipe. If you on the pipe, do what you got to do, man. I was happy to hear that story. I didn't realize it was in California though. California, that money finna go like that, especially all the leeches. Because the interesting part to me was I'm one of his good friends, the dude who owned the store. Well, why
Yeah.
didn't you get this motherfucker place to stay? If you one of your good fucking friends, like some ain't that no. You finna be like, hey, my buddy, hey, why don't you hook me up with a little, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, the math ain't math, and man,
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, "Yeah, congratulations!" And he was like, "Yeah, he plans on buying a house." I just smiled, just went away. It was like, I'm sad for him. Like he
yeah,
in for a rude awakening. I'm like, dude, you can't afford nothing. Matter of fact,
Bro,
you just above homeless again.
big
You
bro,
know?
get
Cuddy. Let
your
me, let
ass
me.
a passport and take your ass outside of the United States, man.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
He
Take
can
your
go
ass to
to.
Thailand.
That's what I
yeah,
was about to say. That
yeah.
motherfucker can go to Thailand for 50,000 and
Let
live
that,
like a king.
let that ticket be your ticket out. You
Right.
know, out of the states, and just keep it pushing. Like you said, he could live like a fucking king.
Go eat
Own
at the
some
night
shit.
market. Yep. Go eat at the night market. $5 to get your dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's crazy the world we live in because you got to think, man. When they said that he won the lottery, I was like, oh shit, your mind automatically go to the big shit. It don't
yes,
go to the pick three, the pick four,
yes.
the super lotto. You automatically think Powerball
Fireball. Yeah,
and Mega, and
yeah.
Mega then went up $3 a play, so it's now $25 to play the game. When they say he got $1 million, I'm like, $1 million? Oh, that's cool. Then you said it's in California, bruh. If you want to stay in the state, if you want to stay in the states, motherfucker, you better see if you can
Yeah.
buy a house on a reservation or some shit like
Ain't
that.
that some sad shit that we all
Yeah,
went from like, yeah, that's some good shit. Finally, something happened. We finally hear somebody who actually just, who need the fucking money. And then we
yeah,
find out where he's at, his whole situation. And it's like, it's depleting, man. Like, damn, man. I hope, like you said, I hope he don't fuck off the money. I hope people ain't, pocket watching all
yeah.
his so-called friends who didn't, give him housing, in his
Right.
pockets now. Like, now, yo, you want
Exactly.
to do lunch? I wanted to do lunch 2 months ago when my stomach was touching my back. You told me to go on air somewhere.
Motherfucker wouldn't even let me sweep the store for a Miller High Life.
Now you want to give
Like
me
the
a
mayor.
ride to go cash my
The
ticket
cleaner the
in.
board of health.
Where you
Hey, look,
been? Where
man,
you
we
been?
sit
Good
here
catch sauce.
hoping this dude makes some great financial decisions, and in reality, he's a homeless man that took his
Yeah,
last dollar into the liquor store that he's known to frequent and bought a
yeah,
Right.
fucking lotto ticket.
yeah,
Come on,
That's a,
man.
yeah.
Like, this ain't
that's a
sound
bad.
financial advice coming from.
Like
That's sad.
That's sheer fucking luck, man. Like anybody else would have been like, shit, I'm hungry, man. You know, and it's bad. Like, dude, he up and still ain't up here.
That's so
That's
fucked up.
crazy.
He's up,
That's
like you
crazy.
said, but ain't fucking up in California. That ain't nothing. You know, you got motherfucker in California homeless like, dude, you ain't gonna do nothing with that. We might as well go and fuck this off and go into the casino.
Right.
You know, we might as well go trick this money off because we ain't getting too far if you plan on staying here.
Man, all I can say is if you're listening, sir, call 3PMD. We're gonna tell you how to make that money last. You can live for the rest of your life
Your
if you go
life.
to the right place.
Yep.
You might not be in this country or you might be in the Isles like a motherfucker, but
Yeah.
you can make that million, you know, because you know, uh right now is the bitch trying to get 50 million off of Shay Shay, you know.
Uh,
Yeah.
hit us up. It's 3PMD, a subsidiary of Wu Financial. Protect your goddamn bank.
Right. You better watch
Goddamn
from
right.
Negroes to cryptos, homie.
There you go. We'll get you off that concrete.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So damn, man. Oh man, I hate I missed the show, man, because I had a lot, man. Especially the motherfucking Shay, the motherfucker who stabbed his old man up when he found out it was his old man 40 times.
Give us the quick rundown, man. Give us a quick rundown. We got a few minutes, man. Give us the quick
Man,
rundown on
listen,
that
that
shit,
dick
man.
can scare anybody, man.
But we said sauce. There had to be signs, man. Like in the middle of the night. I'm sure they shared a bed.
I
You
don't
know.
know. Did you see the actual motherfucker?
No, I didn't see.
So
I didn't see the
so
tape. Go ahead.
so they had the picture. You had to go to because I went searching for the articles. I'll be quick, and I had to. It was a bunch of Ghanaian sites actually,
Yep.
and they posted a picture of the dude, and they posted a picture of the supposed woman, and I'm looking like you don't see nothing. So I think this person had extent like the Adam's apple shaved down because it looked like a woman, but he
Mm,
must not have had that 40 cal removed, and
got you.
the pastor saw that dick, and the Lord left the house that night because
Yeah.
he couldn't control himself. And that's what I'm saying, man. You can't spring that type of shit on somebody, man.
Hmm.
You know, it's there need like one guy got away with it. Like there needs to be some kind of laws in place. I get you want to live your life how you want to, and you should have that right. You know, I'm not fucking with anybody. You should have that right, but at the same time, you shouldn't encroach upon somebody else's rights. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You can't sit up there and say, "Hey, this person had to know." I'm speaking of the supposed woman, the
Yeah.
GMO. You can't think that somebody knows because they treating you nice, and then you just gonna gamble everything. You gonna shake them dice and say, "All right, tonight I'm gonna show this dick. We married now. He loved me." No, no,
Yeah.
it don't work like he
Yeah.
a man of the Lord.
There's some
No,
conditions. Yeah, there's some conditions. And
he
again,
ain't a
we talked about fam the fucking that whole wait until you get married bullshit. We was like, nah, we ain't doing. You can't do that shit these days because
brother.
of shit like this. You cannot
In
not
this
kick
d-
the tires. You
in
know, go
this
ahead.
day in this day and age, you got to do that crocodile Dundee shit where that motherfucker said, and
You
and
got to
Mick
check
went down there
everything.
and
Yeah, you got
Mick
to
did
check
what Charles
everything.
S. Dutton and felt that dick down there. Yeah, man, you can't. You
I
got
need to
to
see
you,
baby pictures, all that
baby
shit,
pictures. Yep,
all
I need
that,
to see
man.
baby pictures. I need to see. You know, motherfuckers right now. Well, they just changed it to where now they got to go by their original birth certificate.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. What's it called?
You
Last
know,
of the schools made
yeah,
their
the
ass,
schools.
start doing that.
So I mean, I hate that somebody died, but again, that's you play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Hmm.
Segueing real quick because you told me, you giving me a little second, man.
Yes, sir.
Shay too old for this shit, man. Do I believe he did it? Hell no, because it's a real coincidence that this motherfucker it's announced that he's about to get $100 million contract, and then 2 days later, the 19-year-old bitch saying he raped me. I don't believe that shit. And this ain't just because he a black man. Yeah, that's part of it, but logically, it just doesn't make sense that this happened multiple times. And like I was listening to Cam, and Cam said he just moved from LA to Nevada, and
Yeah,
she moved right
waiting
along with
on
him.
with him. Yeah.
So you gonna follow the rapist? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? This is the thing. This is the same thing in the Cosby situation. A lot of those stories they didn't even take into account because the girls they found were lying. The very last one, the curly haired motherfucker, that motherfucker said, yeah, he did it, I think, over a period of 4 different times. And that's why I was like, well, wait a minute, 4 different times? He was paying for college. He was giving the parents tickets to the shows and shit. All while these supposed sexual assaults were going on. Well, this is the same thing with Shay Shay. Motherfuckers is throwing 30-minute snippets of him saying, yeah, they got a 30-minute snippet of a sex tape, a 30-second snippet. And he like, man, it's over 10 minutes. Why don't you show the whole thing? They got a phone call. So this bitch been lining him up for the past year at least. And then when you show the text messages, she's saying, oh, I want you to put that big black baby in me. I want the big black love sauce. And Shannon just, yeah, I thought you. You want the love sauce? You put your tongue in my ass. Let me tell where's Skip at? Me and Skip gonna run the train. Like you too old for this shit, man. We was all pulling for Shay Shay. We was happy for him, and now he just another motherfucker with false accusations around him. And
Yeah,
even if
he stepped down today from ESPN.
yeah, he stepped down. And look, let me tell you something. That's just the first of the first of this snowball effect. It's a small snowball now, but I think even if he wins this, he's still gonna have to pay a lot of money out just to fight it.
Yeah.
He already was gonna offer the girl $10 million just to settle. So I mean, I just feel like, hey man, 56, 56, you too old to be gay, and you too old to be fucking around with
I said I gave you a little bit of runway, man. That was too much, man. This is why I said a little bit, man. Damn it.
Hey, I need to cut loose a little bit, man.
God.
I need to just a little bit.
Gave him a little bit of runway, man. This motherfucker then took off and went to El Salvador, man. God dang it.
I'm joking, but you too old to be fucking with 19-year-olds, man. I mean, it sound good that yeah, we men, we age with grace and we can get younger women, but if we gonna tell the truth, man, about 80-90% of these motherfuckers be tricking on these young girls. These young girls. Me and my wife was having these conversations, and we was speaking in reference to, let me see, too old to be gay. When's the cutoff, Griddle? Hey, Juan.
I knew.
Juan.com, man. Cut off somewhere around the time them knees, man, start hurting, man. You can't be, doing all that shit. But listen,
we talked
man,
about that. The cutoff is 14.
The cutoff is 14. No, the cutoff is 7.
Ain't that right,
That's
when the taste change. The cutoff is at 14 when that taste change.
Right.
If you know. Right. The episode, you understand.
But yeah, man, I just, listen, man, it sounds good, but like I said, me and my wife was having this conversation because, we got a youngster in the house, and we be trying to tell him about, hey man, you got to get your shit together because the girls your age. What I had a terrible day. Y'all just made it way better. Y'all what? Hey man, Juan, you know what? I missed the show due to some shit, man, and I'm so happy that you said that, and I was able to come on, and the three of us, 3PMD, the classic show with the three of us, was able to make your day better, man. That make me feel better. Cause this what we do. This what we here for, man. And we gonna keep doing it, man. I apologize, everybody. I just had some shit to deal with right quick, but real quick, and I'm gonna let it go. We were trying to tell this cat that, hey man, young ladies your age, especially if they just a little bit pretty, man, these motherfuckers is trying to get flued out. They've been watching the reality shows. They've been watching these basketball chicks. They trying to be at the NFL draft is on right now.
Yes, sir.
These motherfuckers is watching it. They looking at the contracts. They looking at who going to what team, who about to start.
This. They're working them phones.
They're working them phones.
He just landed in Jacksonville. Don't we got cousins out there?
We got cousins out there. That's what's happening right now. Mm-hmm. They listen. These girls, tonight, because of the draft, it's a whole new line of thirst photos going up on Instagram tonight.
That part. That
OnlyFans
part.
got a whole new line of videos going up tonight. It's going to be a whole lot of inboxing into these new athletes. These motherfuckers who ain't never seen money or a bitch, they getting motherfucking inboxes right now, depending on where they went in the draft.
That's it.
And you know, and we was trying to teach him this. Shay, my dude, Shay, you 56 with a horrible lisp and a sachet and a switch. You out this bitch strong, Jane, man. Only way a bitch gonna be with you for a couple dollars, man. That's it. You hang with a nigga named Dick Print. Come on, baby. I don't believe you gay. I don't believe you did this. You hang with motherfuckers named Dick Print. You know, your hips all fucked up. You got a purse. Come on, baby. We don't believe you did that, man. But you got to make better decisions, man. You get too old to be gay, and you're too old to strong J, and you're too old to fuck with these young fish fillets, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Uncle Freeze, Dennis Sperling. Shout out to my big bro E-Dub, and my cousin who really is my big brother, old man Ali. Man, I love y'all, man. We had fun for the little bit of time I was on this bitch.
And Juan, the cutoff is 14.
The cutoff at Juan.
Yeah, just go back. Go back.
Go
you
back
know,
and
you know
watch.
what we talking about.
I'm cool.
T-shirts coming soon.
Hey, we got to listen. We got to get a meeting going about some T-shirts, man. The organic woman, GMO woman,
Okay.
the genitalia modified organism. We got to get on the cutoff is 14. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, hey, man, I love y'all, brothers. I don't want to keep y'all no longer, man.
Y'all too. Enjoy the daytime, old man. About to go lay him down, family.
Hey,
All
hey,
right.
Peace.
hey, hold on, say you about to cut.
What's
cut
up?
the hold on, just go ahead and cut the feed, man.
All right.
Cut the feed. Cut the feed.